Oh, hello. Welcome to our channel. Today, we are sharing Mavericks, The Courage to Stand Up by Talius Blackdrews. In a small, close-knitted town by the sea, Maverick was well known for her curiosity and for her determination. She had explored the wonders of the sky, mastered the art of karate, and even unlocked the secrets of algebra. But now, in her local elementary school, Maverick faced a challenge she had never encountered before: bullying. Maverick was a first grader, small for her age, but with a big heart. She loved school, especially math and science, and she always tried to be kind to everyone. But not everyone was kind in return. There were two sisters, one in the third grade and one in the first grade. Their names were Blu and Nina. These two had taken particular interest in making Maverick's life extremely difficult. Every day, Blu and Nina would find Maverick on the playground. Blu was the ringleader. She would push, she would kick, she would even hit Maverick whenever she got the chance. And Nina, while not physically aggressive as her sister, would stand by and yell nasty words at Maverick, sometimes even joining in with a little shove or a pinch. The sisters seemed to enjoy the fear they saw in Maverick's eyes, the way she would just shrink away from them and try to avoid their path. Well, Maverick didn't understand why Blu and Nina were so mean to her. She had never done anything to them. At first, she tried to ignore them, hoping that they would get bored and leave her alone. But the bowling only got worse over time. Maverick felt small and powerless, and she began to dread going to school each day, the place that she loved and learned algebra at. Instead of telling anyone what happened, Maverick would try to manage her own emotions. Each night, she would write down the things that happened. Things like how Blu kicked her, or how Nina called her names. And she would hide these letters under her carpet, or even stuff them under the mattress at home. She thought by writing it down, she could keep it all inside and handle it all by herself. But the more she bottled up her feelings, the more overwhelmed she became. One evening, Maverick's mother noticed something was wrong. Maverick had been quiet during dinner, pushing her food around on her plate. After dinner, her mother found one of the crumpled up letters stuffed under Maverick's mattress. She gently approached Maverick, who was sitting on her bed, staring at the wall. "Maverick," her mother said softly, "I found this letter. What's been happening at school?" At those very words, Maverick couldn't hold it in any longer. Tears welled up in her eyes, and she told her mother everything. How Blu and Nina had been picking on her, how she felt scared and didn't know what to do. Her mother wrapped her in a comforting hug and said, "Maverick, I'm so sorry you've been going through this. You should never have to deal with something like this alone. You're strong, and you have every right to stand up for yourself. Tomorrow, I want you to tell Blu exactly how you feel and go straight to a teacher and tell them what has been happening." Well, the very next day, Maverick felt a little bit braver. She felt nervous when she saw Blu and Nina, but she remembered what her mother had said. When the bell rang for recess, Maverick walked outside with her head held high, determined not to let the sisters ruin her day. As it has it, sure enough, It sure didn't take long for Blue and Nina to find her. Blue walked up to Maverick with a smirk on her face. "What's wrong, little Mav? You scared?" she taunted. Maverick's heart was pounding in her chest, but she stood her ground. When Blue reached out to push her, Maverick took a deep breath, dug her toes in the sand, and spoke up. Her voice was clear and steady. "Who do you think you are, Blue? You can't just put your hands on someone," Maverick said, looking at her bully straight in the eyes. Blue was taken back, not expecting Maverick to speak up. For a moment, she hesitated, unsure of what to do next. Nina, standing behind her, looked equally surprised. Well, Maverick didn't even wait for them to react. She turned around and went straight to the nearest teacher, who was supervising on the playground. "Miss Harper," Maverick said, "I need to tell you something about Blue and Nina. They have been hurting me and saying lots of mean things to me every day." Miss Harper kneeled down to Maverick's level, concern in her eyes. "Thank you for telling me, Maverick. You did the right thing by coming to me. Let's go talk to them together." With Miss Harper by her side, Maverick felt even stronger. The teacher spoke with Blue and Nina, making it clear that their behavior was unacceptable and that there would be consequences if this continued. The sisters, caught off guard and now accountable for their actions, mumbled apologies and promised to stop. From that day on, Blue and Nina kept their distance. Maverick knew that they might not have changed overnight, but she also knew she had done the right thing. She hadn't fought back with her fists or returned their insults. Instead, she had shown bravery for standing up for herself and seeking help. As the days passed, Maverick realized something important. The way Blue and Nina had treated her wasn't her fault. She didn't need to carry the burden of their behavior. Everyone is responsible for their own actions, and how we treat others is a reflection of who we are. Maverick was proud that she had chosen to handle the situation with courage and with grace. And so, Maverick continued to navigate the challenges of elementary school with the same passion and with the same curiosity that had guided her through her adventures. She knew that there would always be difficult people in the world, but now she knew how to stand up for herself and seek support when needed. The end. Thank you for listening to our story, and don't forget to smash the subscribe button. If you want notifications, make sure to hit the bell. For the parents, in this profound tale, we witness the internal as well as the external struggles of young Maverick as she faces the harsh realities of bullying. The narrative delves deeply into the emotional turmoil that accompanies such mistreatment, portraying a child's instinct to suppress pain and the eventual necessity of confronting it. Maverick's initial response was to bottle up her emotions, to hide the evidence of her suffering. This reflects a universal human tendency to internalize her rather than to seek for help. It's only through the loving intervention of her mother that Maverick learns an essential lesson. Courage is not only in confronting one's tormentors, but it's also in admitting one's vulnerability and to seek assistance when necessary. Well, the story's strength lies in its moral clarity, highlighting the responsibility for the wrongdoing lies solely in the perpetrator, not the victim. Through her journey, Maverick comes to the understanding that standing up for herself is not about retaliation, but about asserting one's right to dignity and to safety. The narrative reinforces the idea that our actions reflect our very own character, and that responding to cruelty with integrity and seeking justice through the right channels is the true mark of strength in this tale. The tale is a powerful reflection on the importance of moral courage and the necessity of personal accountability, resonating with the ethical responsibilities and the profound impact of our choices on our inner lives, the community, and the world around us. Thank you so much.